Morning everyone, and welcome to my group presentation. My group will present the topic birth rate in Malaysia. Introduction: birth rate in Malaysia. First, the number of individuals born in a population in a given amount of time. Second, potentially impacting policy decisions about the health system, education, and economy. Third, the birth rate is the ratio between the number of live-born births in the year and the average total population of the year. I'm presenter number 1. My name is Hani Idina Maisara binti Nur Hafiz. My matrix number is 17-21F1013. Okay, this is my line graph. The introduction of the line graph is the line graph above shows life expectancy at birth in 2011 until 2021. Two features of the graph is it can be seen that the birth rate in Malaysia in 2011 until 2021 increased, which is shown in the graph. Second, the data of life expectancy at birth rate on 2021 is 78.3%. The comparison about the line graph is the gap in life expectancy at birth between female babies and male babies is 5.1 years. Second, life expectancy at birth for male babies does not increase as much as for female babies. It can be seen that the life expectancy at birth increasing slowly in 2011 until 2012. The conclusion about this graph is, although the country experienced difficulties during the pandemic, DUE50032 saw that the effect of the pandemic did not affect life expectancy at birth rate in Malaysia. On average, babies born in the country can live to the age of 75.6 years, 1.3 years longer than the life expectancy in 2011, which was 74.3 years. This is my second graph, which is pie chart. The title of the pie chart is Death Statistic in Malaysia 2019. Two features of the pie chart is variation in monthly proportions. The pie chart highlights the distinct proportion of each month, with January, February, and March representing 34% and 36% respectively. Number 2, as you can see from the graph, the highest deaths to 2019 was from March, because COVID-19 enables daily death counts and direct prevention and treatment efforts. Three comparison of pie chart is the month of March had the highest proportion of the three months. Second, the proportion in January and February were relatively similar. This indicates a rather steady level of activity or occurrence during the first few months of the year. Second, March had a higher percentage than both January and February, indicating a considerable rise in activity or occurrence that month. The conclusion of the pie chart is, the pie chart shows the distribution of events or data points over 3 months, while January and February have similar proportion. March has a significantly greater percentage. Overall, the figure shows a balanced distribution of events or data points throughout the first quarter of the year.
Hi, my name is Narina binti Sabaranwa. My matric number is 17-21F1031 as presented to. First, the data analysis for the line graph. The diagram 3 show the birth statistic for Malaysia in 2021. Next, the data analysis for the line graph. Introduction. The line chart above show the birth statistic in Malaysia for 2021. Two features. It can be seen that the frequency of the birth statistic for 2021. Second features. it can be seen that the frequency of the baby boys drastically than the baby girls. Three comparison. First, the birth of boy babies more than the birth of the baby girls. Second, the birth of boys baby increased steadily. The third one, birth of baby girls decreased. For the conclusion, in conclusion, the birth statistic for baby boys highest than the birth for the baby girls. Next, the data analysis for the bar graph. Diagram 4 show the birth by sex for 2014 and 2015. Next, the introduction. The main function is to show the comparison between birth by sex for the 2014 and 2015. Two features. First, it can be clearly seen that the birth by sex for 2014 and 2015. Second, it can be clearly seen that the birth for the baby boys subsequently higher than the birth for the baby boys for the baby girls. Three comparison. The birth of babies in 2014 was highest than in 2015. Namely, in 2014, as many as 253,733 for baby girls and 274,878 for baby boys, while the number of babies for the years 2015 for baby girls is 215,145 and for baby boys is 270,990. Second, the number of births for babies significantly lower than boys for 2014 and 2015. It can be seen that there were 545,868 for baby boys and 503,878 for baby girls. Third, the number of total births for 2014 considerably higher than total birth for 2015. For the conclusion, it can be concluded that the most popular birth for 2014 and 2015 is for the baby boys.
My name is Nurhani Shifa binti Alganiza. My number is 70-21F1015. I'm as a presenter 3. The chart above shows live birth by ethnic group 2020. As shown in the chart, Bumi Putera are 80%, while Chinese are 11%, Indians 4%, and others are 5%. As you can see from the chart, the highest live birth by ethnic group in 2020 was from Bumi Putera, because the majority of Malaysian citizens were Bumi Putera, whereas Indians had the lowest live birth in 2020. It can be seen that majority live birth by ethnic group in year 2020 were Bumi Putera, whereas more than a third of live births were from Chinese. Thirdly, live birth by ethnic group in 2020 from Indians were less than 1/10. It can be concluded that the highest ethnic birth in 2020 will be from Bumi Putera, and Indians will have the fewest live birth in 2020. The graph above shows live birth by ethnic group in 2021. The survey was carried out among Malaysia citizens. It can be clearly seen that live birth by ethnic group in 2021 that Bumiputera are 90,212, while Chinese are 11,405, Indians 4,531, and others are 5,425. It can be clearly seen that the highest number of birth was from Bumiputera and the least number of birth was from Indians. The number of ethnic births for the year 2021 in Bumiputera was dramatically higher compared to Chinese. The number of ethnic births for the year 2021 from Indians were slightly over than Chinese. The number of ethnic births for 2021 from others were subsequently higher than Indians. It can be concluded that the highest ethnic birth in 2021 will be from Bumiputera, and Indian will have the fewest live birth in 2021.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nakuratu Aida binti Muhammad Azizi. My matrix number is 17-21F1009. For the fourth graph is data analysis of line chart. The line chart above shows the live birth and group birth rate in Malaysia for 2004 until 2015. The line chart shows the fluctuation trend from 2004 to 2015. The data of live birth and group birth rate on 2005 is 21,000. From 2005 to 2006, the number of live birth and group birth rate in Malaysia collapsed from 21,000 to 20,500 and stabilized until 2007 before drop to 21,000 in 2008. It can be seen that the frequency of live birth and group birth rate rise from 2010 to 2011. It can be seen that the frequency of life expectancy at birth decreased rapidly from 2009 to 2010. For conclusion, in 2004, the most live birth and group birth rate in Malaysia, while in 2010, the least live birth and group birth rate in Malaysia. Next, for second graph is data analysis of bar chart. The bar chart above shows the Malaysia birth rate statistic from 2013 to 2020. The bar chart shows the decrease subsequently for overall trend from 2014 to 2020. The data of Malaysia birth rate on 2016 is 60.68. From 2017 to 2018, the Malaysia birth rate statistic decreased steadily from 16.35 to 15.98. It can be seen that the frequency of Malaysia birth rate statistic increased slowly from 2013 to 2014. It can be seen that the frequency of Malaysia birth rate statistic decreased slightly from 2006 to 2017. For conclusion, in 2014, the most Malaysia birth rate statistic, while in 2020, the live birth and group birth rate in Malaysia. For the conclusion, the fertility rate in Malaysia has fallen from 4.9 births to 1.9 births per woman, which is below replacement level. It can be concluded that the rate is declining from 1.9 babies per year to 1.8 babies per year. The birth rate is one of the most important determinants of a country's population growth, potentially impacting policy decisions about the health system, education, and economy. That's all from us. Thank you.